Brosplay! Sleeping on the job again.
I prefer sleeping on the job. It's much better than doing the job.
I eat, sleep, work, and dream all at my workplace. This is a solid start to an episode. If you're noticing that I sound a little different today, it's because I have I was eating almonds.
Almondes?
Les almondes, yes. And I guess I scratched the underside of my tongue, and it turned into a canker sore, and now it hurts.
So that came from eating almonds?
Came from eating almonds. Well, it was like milk chocolate with almonds in it. I don't just fucking waste my time with almonds.
I was wondering.
This water is gargly.
Poison ass water.
You should gargle that first.
What I do find interesting, it seems like all of the poison in this game is like oil based, because it floats. Like if you go down, you're fine.
Right.
Like all the poison is up there.
Which could have been just a limitation of the product, or it's a statement about how the only real danger in beautiful places is man-made.
Oh, I see. It's a commentary, is it?
It's a oh, I haven't made that joke in a little bit.
Probably potentially a year.
It's the first time we made it on the new channel. Welcome back. Congratulations, you've now successfully watched the death of a channel within a month of its birth.
Okay, let's see. Okay, this isn't it. There's some spots where you walk into it and basically a Porygon just comes out and just wallops you and you go flying.
What?
Yeah. I don't think it's exactly a Porygon, but it's kind of what it looks like.
It might be. Nintendo pretty sure owns that, don't they?
Yeah, Nintendo owns that. Because Nintendo owns every game on the... No, they don't own every game for their system.
Yeah, they don't own... Yeah, never mind. It's licensed.
Right.
Which is the same thing. Never mind.
Jesus.
I don't know.
That's so weird these days, with just licensing of intellectual property. Sometimes it just feels like... oh yeah, Spider-Man. Like, who owns Spider-Man? The world.
No.
At this point...
No. Oh, you know. That is going to be the truth eventually. Similar to... what's it called? Sorry for interrupting you for something that I'm not fully prepared to talk about, and I'm now stumbling on myself. Copyright law is similar to patents, where you only have that patent for a certain amount of time.
And I didn't know that. That's cool.
And copyright law works that way, where you, after a certain amount of time, other people can use your ideas. So, like right now, like the world has the rights to elves and dwarves and mithril, maybe.
Even
dragons.
though someone made that up.
Right.
Interesting, because it's so old.
And there's this thing called the Mickey Mouse curve, which shows American copyright law compared to the times where Mickey Mouse would become no longer a property of Disney.
Gotta love how American laws have more to do with money than they do with morality.
The way, like, when I imagine the States, I imagine it like the nicer looking places in the Fallout game. It's like mostly, it's got some law here and there. A couple of things are on fire in the background, but everybody's pretending that it's not.
Yeah, that's a good point. There's these smoldering cars in the background that everyone's ignoring.
Whereas, like, in Canada, we have so much vegetation that if a fire starts, it might go on for 6 fucking months.
You say that, but we're like, even though we have forest fires, we do okay. It's the dry places.
That one I guess that the fires out west weren't forest then, right? So you're saying?
In British Columbia, they had pretty bad forest fires.
And that went on forever.
It did.
Like,
yeah,
I knew
rough.
people who left and came back for that. Who like went out west to help with that. It was like,
really?
It was on for so long, yeah.
Jesus, that's intense.
It was on like an event. Come see the wildfires.
Yeah. Well, the what's really freaky about fires is that you can't go without fires. You have to have some to burn the underbrush.
They are necessary.
So apparently what we do here sometimes is whenever we have a cut area that we're planting trees, the ferns will kill all the saplings because they grow too high and they cut their sunlight off. So we have to spray some poison.
I thought you were gonna say just an old-fashioned Canadian bro just walks through there with a flamethrower, going, "Get fucked."
Flamethrower is not a bad idea, actually. You know how pine cones work, right? When they get really, really hot, they release seeds.
No, pine cones invented flamethrowers.
Right, so that they could open. It's a conspiracy.
No.
Big Pine Cone is getting involved here.
Big Pine Cone. Is that guy putting his rod in the... Oh, never mind.
Yeah,
okay.
That's right. Shove your rod in the bottle, dude. I want to tell you. I'm going to shove you in a bottle. I hope you have my fishbowl.
You gotta put that on there because otherwise this would be ridiculous.
He didn't even get much smaller.
You know what's funny is after this, Mario, like...
Why are we in the sky?
Mario was already in a fucking hellscape back in the 2D level. And then in the 3D Marios, he is suddenly tasked with jumping into paintings. And then here he goes into like even wilder experiences of being like turned into fucking molecules and like shoved into places. And then in Galaxy, he just like, he goes through like a super existential crisis of like not understanding where up is. Like this guy just hasn't had a break.
Not knowing where up is.
And then in Odyssey, it goes even crazier with instead of changing like, well, I guess he does change the levels around, but he is a hat. He becomes things. He possesses things. He knows what it's like to be a Goomba.
See, actually, like I guess he is a hat.
Well, he isn't actually the hat. No, he is. Yeah. So the hat is like, I don't know. The hat has a name, and then when you throw it, what is happening here?
There's an upward current.
Oh.
Yeah.
Then when he throws the hat and then goes into the hat and becomes the hat along with the hat. So the hat's mind is in the hat, and so is Mario, and they're controlling the mind of the thing they're possessing.
So what you're saying is it's a remote control hat, or it's a mind control
It's a mind control hat, yes.
A mind
It
control.
requires contact, so it's not remote control.
Oh, I see. Well, then that's just some bullshit. Why would you want a mind control hat if you couldn't do it from a distance?
We're really good at that, humans. At
Mind control?
No.
That's our thing.
At taking a word or like a whole expression and using just the one part of it that we associate. So what you're holding now is a remote controller because you're controlling it from a remote location, not the GameCube, but it's a wired controller.
That's right. But I am at a remote location.
A remote detonator doesn't have to be wireless. It can be on a string, right?
Yeah, it's just safer if it's wireless.
But then we say remote. Yeah. All right, maybe it's a perfectly fine analogy.
But that is weird that we cut out the word control.
Right. It's
It
just
would
a
make
remote.
sense if you said, "Hey, pass me the controller," but it's weird when you say, "Pass me the remote."
Or the paddle.
Does that come from the old games?
It comes from Pong.
Yeah, because you actually had because it was a paddle in the
'cause
game.
you were controlling the paddle, right?
Oh, so that's really old. Anyone who would say
like,
that.
It's
That's
like basically the first like slang term for a controller because it was one of the first games.
Wow.
To come home, I guess.
a paddle. That's amazing.
This summer, games are coming home.
Can you imagine? Like we've pretty much always lived in an era where video games were at home.
Mm-hmm.
But imagine going from arcade to home games. That would have been wild.
Yeah, I remember Dad saying, talking about how crazy it was to be able to bring movies home.
Yeah, instead of having to go to the theater to see them. That's so
Home
true.
video. Well, there's another thing where we just keep changing the names. So movies were called shows because it used to be a theater show, right?
Oh.
So a movie is a slang term for a moving picture.
Yeah.
Movie.
Yeah, it's like a talkie.
It's a talkie, exactly.
Wow.
Talkie was the term for videos that had audio as well, because originally it was just silent films. So it's a movie, but people still call it the show because they were used to that, right? Our grandmother calls it the show.
Yeah, going to the show.
Going to the
That's
show.
right.
I remember even one time we came out of a movie theater and she said, "Good show." And I said,
Nice.
"Yes, it was a good show."
Factual, yes. Good show.
I really like that old style of talking too, but Then there was TV show, because it was a movie show, but now it's on TV. But now we call them movies and TV shows separately, even though they are both technically moving pictures and they're both technically shows.
It is weird that we make the distinction off of the format it's presented in.
It's like Let's Play. It's just something that people called it at first, and then when no one came up with a better term, and that's
stuck.
what we call it.
Yeah, well, and I guess was the original idea like, let's play Mario together.
People used to title the videos "Let's Play this." Yeah.
So that was probably just one person's original plan, and it's stuck.
There's a channel called Let's Play.
Isn't it amazing how many things are named that way, though? The first person to do it gives it a name, and then everyone else sticks with that name.
Yeah. Cabbage.
Cabbage.
Invented by Harold Cabbage.
I can't tell if you're joking.
I am joking.
Harold Cabbage invented haggis in the year 1942.
In the year. When is this documentary being done?
1952. I don't know.
Oh wow.
Have you ever heard somebody say Betty White is the best, sliced bread is the best thing since Betty White?
No.
Apparently they invented like pre-sliced bread in 1928, and Betty White was born in 1922. So technically bread is the best thing since Betty White.
I did see one that was like the guy tried to slice bread and he's like, this is the best thing since... Fuck, you know what? This is the new standard.
Oh my god. I love things that try to... oh, what?
Whoa.
What just happened there?
That was like the air from your thing.
So me popping that bubble gave me air?
Oh.
Why would a toxic bubble give me air?
Visual clarity, bro.
Yeah, of course.
This is so silly the way
this is the worst episode.
The way that you're I mean, it might be the worst episode we've ever done. Sure.
Hey!
It's entirely based on your perspective, right?
This is the worst level, that's what I meant.
What I look forward to is the point at which people start to say that we used to be good. Because that means we've been around for a bit, right?
Yeah, it's true.
And that means that people have been around long enough.
Because people don't really know what we used to be like unless they go back and watch those god-awful videos.
Well, I mean, you don't have to bring God into this.
That is a weird expression. God awful. Does that mean good or bad?
We used... Huh.
Yeah, great question,
We use God for a lot of things. Oh my God.
God damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That means... That is an expression that was probably originally a negative thing. Like, God damned you.
Yeah, exactly. You were probably saying it to someone.
And someone was like, God damn.
That's almost like that joke Dane Cook used to make. I say, God bless you, because I'm not the Lord. I can't do that. You know, it's maybe God damn you, because I can't do that.
I'm just a messenger for the guns upstairs.
For the big guns upstairs, man. Oh. That was a different era. I don't even remember when exactly that was. I think early 2000s when he was like big and touring.
Yeah.
I think he's way better as an actor though. Personally.
Yeah.
I think he's really funny as an actor.
He gets his dick bitten off in American Gods.
Oh, he's in American Gods?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
He's barely there. He's fat.
Just spark notes.
I mean, if you like, that was probably how he was pitched to. Like his manager was like, "Yeah, I got this thing for this big show upcoming. It's gonna be on Prime. You're fat, and you're gonna be cheating with a woman, and then she's gonna give you a blowjob in your car, and you're gonna get into a car accident, and then she's gonna bite your dick off. But it's cool because you're gonna die, so you probably won't even experience it."
Sorry, he died in the car accident?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Both of them did.
Oh, good.
And then she comes back to life because a leprechaun puts a lucky coin on her.
And is that how you figure out that she bit his dick off?
Yes.
Because she comes back to life?
Yes.
Yeah, that must have been an unfortunate way to die.
Yeah. Ian McShane, really good actor.
That's one of the main reasons I want to watch that show. Is I really like him and the guy who plays Lincoln in the 100.
Guy who plays Lincoln Log, yep. That was originally his full name. They just don't say it.
Lincoln Log?
Lincoln Log, yeah. Because he lives in trees and stuff.
He's a tree man.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I'm a tree man. I'm a tree man. Oh, I'm a tree man.
What What song is that?
Like an ape man. It's from Club Paradise.
I'm an ape man. I'm a tree man.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I'm a tree man. I'm a tree man.
Cut off his arm, beat him to death with it, put it through a juicer, fed it to his sister at her wedding. It was so good they asked for the recipe.
You know, I knew a guy did the potato sack race, tripped, mashed himself.
Mashed himself. It's one of the greatest dad jokes.
One of the few movies that I would consider doing a Mitch show on would be Meatballs.
God, that movie's so good.
It's so funny, and so few people know about it, even people around at the time. It's one of those movies that most people you ask around the time would have been like, yeah, I saw it, but they don't remember almost anything about it.
Especially not the best parts.
Until you start bringing things up, and you're like, you bring up the just doesn't matter part, and they're like, yeah.
Yeah, or them bringing the bed out to the...
Yes.
Like to various places.
To this day is still done as an actual prank.
I bet it is. The part of that movie that I think I sort of appreciated the most was just how it was like how ridiculous it was, but also just how quotable. Like we were
Woody the Rabbit. Woody the Rabbit.
Yeah, Woody the Wabbit. I say that all the time. Like, oh yeah, he's a wabbit. And you remember we were building that axe throwing target this summer. And I had all these pieces of wood stacked up, and I'm just going spaz, spaz, spaz. Oh my god,
that was hilarious.
Bill Murray is just so funny. It's unbelievable how funny he is.
He was so funny, he just stopped doing it.
Is that what happened?
I don't know.
I think he's still doing it.
I don't know.
He's just not been in as many things.
I think Garfield ruined him.
Yeah. Isn't that what he says in,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he says.
Any regrets? He's like, well...
Garfield,
I guess.
Maybe. Ow.
They're making a second one, eh?
A second Garfield or a second Zombieland?
Zombieland.
Nice. I guess he won't be in it, unfortunately. Unless he comes back as an actual zombie. Interesting.
Well, Woody Harrelson is really fucking good. I would say he's probably bigger than Emma Stone and Eisenberg.
I think so too. I really like Woody Harrelson. He's so funny.
Did you see him in Highwaymen?
No.
He was also in 3 Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri. The type of title to a movie that really lets you know what type of movie you're about to watch.
Yeah, you said, what did you say? 3 Billboards Outside of City in Missouri?
Ebbing, Missouri. Yeah.
That's actually what it's called.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really grounded. It's really not a movie of like when heroes get together, good things happen. It's like what happens when you shake things up in a small town. This woman's daughter is murdered, and she feels like the police haven't done anything about it, so she rents 3 billboards like in a row that just plainly call out the police department for not making any arrests.
Really?
And it's a small town, so basically everybody hates her for it. But it does shake things up. But it's really just a realistic portrayal of what happens when you just when you shake it up in a place where everybody knows everybody.
Yeah.
Fucking Sam Rockwell is in it, and he is so good. I love that guy.
Sam Rockwell. He he's in F is for Family.
F for Family?
F for Family.
I mean, that is how it works.
It's kind of how it goes.
The start. Yeah.
Sam Rockwell is pretty amazing too. Have you seen Moon?
No.
You should watch Moon, dude.
But I really liked him in Hitchhiker's Guide.
Yeah, where he has the 2 heads.
Yeah. Well, I don't remember the 2 heads, but...
Yeah, because no president is allowed to have just one brain, so he takes half of his brain and there's this face below his face. His whole head goes back and there's another face down there, and it's pure anger.
It's so smart.
The movie was really smart, yeah.
In the beginning, the universe was created. This has since been considered a bad decision.
Yeah,
or something like that.
This has universally been agreed upon as a bad decision ever since. Oh my god.
Martin Freeman? Fucking Mose?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Mose? He's great in that. Yeah. Mose.
Short for Mos Def.
Yes.
which is short for his most favorite saying, most definitely.
Is that actually where he got that?
As far as Wikipedia tells me.
Wow. But there's also professional velociraptors out there, according to Wikipedia.
I mean, there's a guy named Rip Torn, so you're really gonna give Most a hard time?
That's his real name too, right?
It's probably Ripley Torn.
Probably, yeah. That'd be a weird name for a kid.
I don't know Ripley, yeah, but so is like Agnes.
Yeah, that's another weird one. I think that one's sort of gone with the times.
No,
you don't think
they
so?
make resurgences. Like Mom and Dad named me Mitch because there was no Mitches back then, but now there's fucking Mitches everywhere. Because there was a resurgence of the name roughly in the 90s.
Is there really Mitches everywhere?
I'm just making that shit up, but there are a decent amount of Mitches. Yes, at one place I worked, there was another Mitch, and he was much bigger than me, so I was little Mitch. And then
okay.
I started working at a different place, and someone was like, "Ha, Big Mitch," and I was like, "Is there seriously another Mitch here?" And he said, "No."
You're just Big Mitch.
And then at school, there was also another Mitch. So there's just Mitches. Mitches be everywhere. They be trippin'. They be crazy.
Mitches be crazy?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Mitches be trippin'.
Oh, man.
It's probably easier to jump forward. Jump that way.
Like just straight against this wall and then back?
The left wall.
I don't know, though.
No, the left wall.
This is totally how you're supposed to do this.
That doesn't mean you have to. You ever seen a speed run?
I have not. Ever. I do not watch speed runs.
You don't spend your time watching that?
No.
You know what's cool about them?
No, I don't want to know.
They're fast.
Oh, is that what speed means?
Yes. They also run, typically.
Oh, man. Actually, most of them don't. They, like, slide backwards. Or whatever works.
Don't fuck this up, okay?
I'll do my best.
I got a 2 o'clock tea time to make.
Don't you love these weird wooden blocks that kind of look like cheese?
Don't you love white people who say that they have to catch a tea time?
I don't know such white people.
No?
Except for you now. Oh shit, did I just tell people you're white?
Dude.
Oh no.
People weren't sure until now.
Oh no. They used to just hear your voice and be like, that dude's white as shit. But
Yeah.
now they know.
Now they confirm.
Now it's a fact.
That is a confirm.
I can't believe how close I got and screwed it up last time.
I believe it.
I know you fuck up all the time.
I've seen your thumbs.
I got hooks. Hooks that are designed to hold a controller.
I got meat. I got 5 meat sausages on my hands.
All right. Thank you for joining us.
Wow.
Next
I didn't even
time.
notice that.
Next time, more Noki Bay.